Hello everybody and welcome to Recruiting and Retaining a Strong Core series. This is going to be your step-by-step guide on how to build your marketing plan, where to find templates, and how to post on multiple sites. In this series, we will also discuss accessibility, application must-haves, and best practices. All right, so before we dive into each of the different webinars that will cover a different topic, today I want you all to start thinking about preparation for recruitment. Each of your programs serves a unique population and has unique needs. There is no one-size-fits-all approach for recruitment across all of the programs, so you're going to have to tailor a lot of this information to your program specifically. You want to make sure that you're targeting and messaging your positions to your target audience. Who do you want to be part of your core? Make sure that you are making a list of what you are looking for in your core as a whole and within each candidate. Make sure to write down all of the benefits that your program offers so that when you are ready to create a position listing, that you have it all set out ready to go. You also want to start thinking about what will your application say? Are you a pipeline to employment? Where are you considering posting all of these listings? Do you have a budget to pay to promote some of these? Make sure that when you are considering what you want in candidates, also consider the interview panel that you might have. Train your interview panelists. Let them all pick up something different from the candidates when you interview them. So don't just have yourself in the interviews. Make documents that you can use during your interviews, like a template guide of questions. Have your interview panel review it and stick to it. I would suggest making a scoring matrix ahead of time as well. How are you going to rate these candidates and what will they be judged on? Make sure that you have a very strong timeline. Are you going to be opening applications on this day and having people enroll on this day? How long does it take to do background checks? Make sure that you have your timelines for how long candidates have between accepting the position and getting you their enrollment paperwork. When will applications open? Will it be an ongoing rolling basis? If so, consider still some times that you plan to open and close them. And what is the timeline for sending your candidates to the host sites and when they have to get back to you? How long do they have before they have to pass on a candidate? How long before you respond to a candidate? Make sure you have all of these things listed out before you even begin posting. Make sure that you also have a plan for that time between when the candidate accepts a position and at the time that they start. Will you be collecting background information in person? Will you be helping them through the AmeriCorps portal? Will you have them use a Dropbox? Will you have them come to the office to meet people? And then how are you going to keep them engaged otherwise? Will you connect them with other AmeriCorps members? Will you have pre-service get-togethers? Make sure that you are thinking of all these questions, write out your plan, and share it with all of those involved. So recruitment is more than just what you are doing to recruit members. This is a multi-tiered effort. So the ASC is doing some recruitment efforts on a national level. And so right now they are doing a huge email marketing campaign and a national paid campaign. This large campaign, they want to do more than one in the future, but this year they're only doing one large campaign. They are engaging spokespeople. They plan to address issues within the application portal. So we all know the AmeriCorps portal is kind of clunky. So they're starting to find the glitches and write those all down because within 3 years they plan to do a major overhaul. They also want to make it more mobile friendly because right now it is not. They are also spending significant funds toward creating creating digital collateral for everybody, so one-pagers, short videos, templates for all of our programs to use. And they are also looking at the user journey. MCSC and VISTA members are fairly straightforward. You can just go right to the listing. But with state and national, it's not quite as simple. So they're looking at how to update that so it's a little bit easier for the state and national programs. They are planning video and photo shoots with a high quality firm, the same one that the military uses, Forest Marsh. They are going to be investing in a CRM. They're exploring partnership opportunities with Service Year Alliance, and they are implementing a member recruitment challenge. So they are going to challenge alumni and current members to refer a certain number of candidates, and they will get a huge incentive, like maybe a trip to DC for a leadership summit or a swag. We all know that word of mouth is the #1 way to recruit, so they're really trying to tap into that right now. What we've heard across the board is that other commissions across the United States want more collaboration with military and Peace Corps recruitment. There is an untapped resource there that it could be some sort of an overlap. A lot of commissions want more connection with college career counselors. And they want an emphasis on a pathway to education. So whether that means schools of national service or highlighting the education award or making the education award a little bit more broad in how it can be used might be ways that commissions can, or these are some of the things that commissions have said that they've wanted. They also want larger brand recognition. This has been specifically mentioned by a lot of programs and host sites. When they've surveyed members about how they've heard about an AmeriCorps position or AmeriCorps in general, the #1 response is word of mouth or their supervisors. And so they're recruiting through their existing networks when we needed to have a little bit more broad of a base and make AmeriCorps more of a household name. And commissions, we also want a path or a fit finder that could be built in to include maybe like where the individual wants to serve, kind of like a BuzzFeed quiz. So these are all things that the ASC is taking into consideration as they are making their plan for recruitment for this next year. Like I said, this is a multi-tiered effort to recruit members. So the MCSC is also making some efforts to try and help all of our programs. We are updating our website. We will include all of the program information, pictures, links, and we're hoping to make it more of a spotlight of each of the programs versus just a big list of them. We're also going to be posting on Get Connected and MI Serves. These are 2 state websites where potential volunteers go to find volunteer opportunities. So that may tap into a separate sort of demographic that we haven't reached before. We will be doing a big social media campaign with videos and pictures. We're looking for candidates, or I'm sorry, for current members and programs to send in little video snippets, a minute or under, that kind of, why did you serve, and maybe like a program highlight or a day in the life of an AmeriCorps member. And we would also like the contact information of any members that would like to be interviewed in a written way versus on a video. We're looking at this as more of a holistic approach for MCSC, VISTA, National, State, and AmeriCorps seniors. So we're not just focused on AmeriCorps State. We want to broaden our search and have hopefully some overlap there. We are creating a universal interest form, which will be posted on all of our sites and social media links. So people can fill out all of the information, their contact information, and some of the areas that they're interested in, maybe some potential programs that may be a good fit. And we will provide that as a repository for all of the programs to use as a way to connect to additional candidates that might come through us. We're also making connections and relationships across the state as far as host sites and helping you maybe recruit some host sites. We are also looking into the incentive referral program, and we'll be creating an alumni ambassador program where we can send and we can train alumni all across the state on how to give a presentation about AmeriCorps, and they can share their story, and then they can take that and they can go to schools and career fairs and local events near them to share information about AmeriCorps. We're also looking at bolstering the Schools of National Service in Michigan. I think that having schools participate and even host their own programs is a big recruiter for AmeriCorps. So that is what we're doing on the state level. So within this series, we will cover quite a few topics. The first is overview and the help from the MCSC, which is the webinar we're in right now. We'll be doing accessibility, tips on advertising your position, interviewing, a how-to guide, recruiting a diverse corps, and how to track and analyze your candidates. We hope that you will find this information helpful and are always looking for additional ways that we can be of service to you. So please don't hesitate to reach out.